On a recent trip to Redstone Arsenal with my dad, we stopped by the Post Exchange and I couldn't help but wander back to the bike section. I wanted to look at what they had to offer here at the end of bike season. There wasn't much diversity, no closeout deals, but I did find this, and I've been asked to look at this bike quite a few times, the Mongoose Status 2.2. Which at first glance could easily be confused for the Mongoose Salvo Pro. A very similar look, though very different bikes, as you'll see. The first thing that jumped out at me was the price. This is selling at this exchange for $199.95, which is way off the mark in my opinion. Let's look at the components and I'll show you why. For starters, the Status 2.2 has the same narrow and small diameter riser bars normally seen on sub $100 bikes, along with the same quill stem and that tiny steerer. Though I do like the look of the orange end caps on the Mongoose honeycomb grips that lead to twist shifters. Twisties that aren't Shimano or even TD1, they're branded Mongoose. And also on the lower end, plastic brake levers and housings. These are power branded to match the rim brakes, fit to both the front and rear wheels. Wheels that are single wall and have a painted braking surface, so we know that usually equals noise at least for a while till the paint wears off. And this is a 26-inch wheel set, and these tires are 26 by 2.125. And I haven't seen the Kylin brand in a while, at least not on this channel, and it still features a logo with a horse that looks like a poodle, so still worthy of being mispronounced as Killin' Poodle brand. We've already seen a few lower end components, and they're going to continue on the Status, like these hubs and the suspension fork, branded element along with stickers that say mountain bike suspension forks, plural. This is definitely not a fork I expect to see on a bike pressing $200, I mean maybe a few years ago, but definitely not now. The frame though, that's not so bad looking, and as I've already mentioned, a very similar profile and color scheme to the $2,000 Mongoose Salvo Pro. It's 6061 aluminum, and all the graphics are stickers, including the seat tube's dual suspension graphic. And the rear part of that dual suspension is the bike's main feature. It has a coil rear shock and a pivot arm that's painted bright orange. And interestingly, even though this has nylon pivot bushings, they're considerably thicker than the bushings on bikes I consider to be more robust, like the Hyper Hydroform. But those bushings are paired with a shock that has a very low rating, 350 pounds per inch, making for an odd combo. The pivot pin positions are odd too, being nearly side by side. 21 speeds means a 3x7 drivetrain, and that starts off with Mongoose branded pedals, and though plastic, these are the same pedals that are on some more expensive Mongoose bikes. The crank arms though, that's a step down, like something I normally see on an $89 bike, and the triple chain rings are the usual stamped and riveted setup. Front derailleur, generic. Rear derailleur, Shimano, but a Shimano flat face. So not rated for a mega range freewheel, which is something I like to add on bikes like this that are equipped with a 7-speed 14 to 28 tooth. This bike has a quick release for the steel seat post, and the saddle, it's Mongoose branded and it has orange accents including orange stitching. It doesn't look bad, but it also doesn't look comfortable. Now don't take what I'm saying to be overly harsh, because I could see this bike being a usable ride, especially for a lighter rider. I just question the price point, because I know there are even other Mongoose bikes that have better components at a lower price. And it's entirely possible that I caught this on one of those weeks where they mark the price up so it can be marked back down for a sale. Whatever the case, that's a quick look at the Mongoose Status 2.2. A bike that style-wise could honestly from a distance be mistaken for the Salvo Pro. So it's definitely eye-catching. As for value, I'll leave that up to you. So comment below and let me know what you think, especially if you own a Status. Do you like it? Because that's what counts. Thanks for watching KevCentral, and e-bike lovers, you'll be happy to know I just unboxed a new e-bike, and Mongoose fans, a new Mongoose arrived and it's different than any Mongoose I've had thus far. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss anything, so make sure you have that notification bell active, and have a great day.